So I ended up not going out and throwing the books out myself, and the reason being, the garbage man showed up on Tuesday, which means the books would remain in the dumpster until next Tuesday. I'm not a dumpster diver, but I'm afraid that I might go out there and get them at some point. At least with the albums, it was only the next day. But boy, did I feel like going out there and grabbing them. I would not be able to handle myself if they were out there for as long as they would be. So my dad came over yesterday and he took the books. My father does not understand my addiction. My father does not understand heavy metal, but he's an understanding person in general. So when I told him to just throw them away gently, he goes, I will. He's a really good man. I do have to say that there's a word that I have not been using that I should start using, because it kind of rounds up depression and sadness and withdrawal, or the fact that I'm going to withdrawal, and anger and madness is regret. I blame myself for the way I feel. And in certain cases, I would agree with that, because I put myself in this situation for 12 years. But I think that most of our animosity towards our decisions is definitely powered by Satan. Why? How? You were so happy with it. Now you have to find a different vice. What are you going to do? The regret. I need to add in my journal that having regret is not an option. There is no reason for regret. This is a good decision. I am giving up a huge part of my life that was fabricated for Jesus Christ. So I'm going to be making dinner, and I guarantee, without a doubt, is going to make my mother jealous, because it's sweet and sour chicken, my mother's favorite Chinese dish. And it says made with white chicken meat. I've never heard of any sweet and sour chicken made with dark meat. Ooh, that's all I get. I'm a pig. And this much sweet and sour. Let's see. Preheat oven to 400 degrees. Place sauce pouch in a bowl of warm water. Yeah, we all know that. Oh my gosh. This is so much work. So with every addiction, and with every human being who suffers from addiction, we strive to find a loophole. That's just how us humans are. And one of the biggest loopholes that I have found, I am trying to avoid, but it's almost impossible not to avoid, and that is failing. God does not expect us to be on point, never failing, and I'm trying my hardest not to go on YouTube and type down Iron Maiden and then go, whoops, I just failed, but it's okay because it's normal to fail. And I think that is one of the biggest lies that Satan can give us. And I haven't failed yet, but I am finding other loopholes, such as playing other heavy metal bands, and I'm not really big fans of, just to kind of get that fix. And I think that eventually I need to knock that off, because I think that I am failing no matter what, without actually failing with the thing that I'm addicted to. I don't know if I even mentioned this. I think I edited it out, because I know that I said that my addiction is heavy metal. It's actually Iron Maiden and Judas Priest. My fear is that I will eventually move on to more satanic bands. I used to be terrified of Iron Maiden. The mascot terrified me. The mascot is a demon. I've heard stories of people worshiping the mascot. I never sat right with me, and then all of a sudden I found myself loving Iron Maiden and finding every excuse of why they're not satanic. Like, well, they're just writing a song about Satan. Doesn't mean they believe in Satan. I remember when I first discovered Iron Maiden and I was terrified of them, I labeled them as satanic. And then I got into them. And I find nothing wrong with the mascot. In fact, I found myself saying several times, like, oh, he's so lovable. Say that again, Bethany. So I'm afraid that I might get into more satanic bands and justify their actions. Judas Priest, I'm just getting rid of Judas Priest because they just need to go. I do not find them satanic. The title is very satanic because Judas Priest, Judas, really? You know, stoop that low? I've wanted to get out of heavy metal for a long time. I knew from the moment I got into heavy metal that it was going to destroy me. And my mother warned me. My mother really did try to warn me from day one when I got into Ozzy Osbourne. That was the first heavy metal musician I got into. And then Ozzy Osbourne is the one that brought demons into my house, and my parents suffered greatly because the demons attacked my parents. Not physically, but they showed themselves to my parents. It's not your cameo. And after, who was after, I can't remember who was after Ozzy, but eventually I got into Motley Crue in 2015. I can't stand Motley Crue now. Oh my gosh, the singer is such a clown.